Shit. That one is. I'm over here pushing buttons. We still got like 4 seconds of applause left. Just soak that in. Soak that in.
I'm not even plugged in.
What up? Oh, this dude's not even plugged in out.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we back here. It's another Saturday morning conversation.
Yes.
Shit, man. DJ Caveman in the building.
DJ I Am Monkey, holding it down. Trying to get my throat strong again.
Babe, you don't want a teacher name? You don't want like a superhero radio name?
No, she's the silent producer in the
she's
background.
the silent producer in the background.
Yeah.
I got my lady running the boards today.
Yeah. Everything sounding right? Nice.
All right.
Man. So
Another week in the books.
Yeah.
Another week in the books. I don't even know, man. Shit is like a lot of shit.
I'm glad I can even talk.
Right?
Like, my voice was gone from, like, Sunday to Thursday. I started getting it back yesterday. So
Yeah, I've been running a weird chest cold for a little bit, so I understand your pain. You know, even like this morning, my voice was like,
yeah, they had me on some real squeaky time at work, and people was asking me, "How you doing?" I'm like, "I'm alright."
I was sounding like an old Japanese kung fu master and shit. But then I got breakfast in bed this morning.
What?
Like actual breakfast. Actual breakfast.
Okay. All right.
Actually, maybe it was 2 breakfasts.
Oh boy.
2 breakfasts in bed.
Don't let it be a Portuguese breakfast, please.
If y'all ain't getting 2 breakfasts in bed, you're failing at life.
Please.
That's all I'm saying.
Please let it not be a Portuguese breakfast.
What's a Portuguese breakfast?
Don't look it up.
Nah, I want to need to know this shit now.
Nah, seriously?
Is this a rabbit hole that I shouldn't be going down?
Yo, seriously?
Why do you
Don't go down this rabbit hole.
Why do you do this shit to me? Hold on.
Oh, God damn it. I'm mad I even mentioned it. Look, listen, I'll tell you right now. In a relationship, you're not going to want to introduce a Portuguese breakfast in bed. It's one of those things that you don't want to do.
Is this like an Urban Dictionary situation?
You'll see. You'll dig down the rabbit hole. You're not going to catch me saying that on air, other than the actual title. But, but other than that, like, you see it.
That wasn't that.
Oh, okay. But yeah, like you having breakfast in bed.
Yeah, I'm about to read this shit.
Oh no!
I almost hit y'all with the Kawhi Leonard laugh this morning. All right, so this is a Portuguese breakfast.
Oh shit! I'm mad I mentioned it.
You whisk up some eggs and have her lay down in proper ass real high. Then you take a funnel. You need props for this shit. And you pour the eggs into her pussy.
Oh boy!
Then you fuck her.
Oh boy!
And you just made her scrambled eggs.
Oh,
A.K.A. the Portuguese breakfast.
breakfast.
Now,
why do I know this?
yes. Why do you know this?
Number one, I watched Deuce Bigelow Part 2 a little bit too many times. And some of the things that they were saying in the movie, I'm like, wait, the fuck is this shit? And then I looked it up and I'm like, oh Lord, where did I do this? I instantly regretted looking up half this stuff. Like a rusty trombone, Dirty Sanchez.
Here's my next immediate question.
Donkey Punch. Like, there's a bunch of shit.
Yeah, Donkey Punch is a...
Yeah, that's brutality.
That's just wrong. Man.
That's absolutely wrong.
Like, but here's my real question, right?
Why am I introducing it in regular day conversation?
No, not even. Because, I mean, listen, I'm responsible for a lot of shit on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
So...
we know about that.
Yeah.
We're not going to rehash any of that.
How did it get the name Portuguese breakfast? Like this is like a thing in the Portuguese community. I need my Portuguese people, and we in Rhode Island, so there's a lot of Portuguese people here.
Now, I'm not gonna go down Fox Point asking nobody none of that.
I need to know if y'all are doing this to your ladies. Like I dated some Portuguese chicks, in my life. None of them asked me to pour eggs into their body via this snatch hole.
Oh, fine.
Put some eggs in my box, babe. You
Put it in the raw.
Yeah.
Scramble it up.
You scramble these eggs with your dick today. You're like, yo, but then what do you do with the eggs after?
You eat it. That's why it's a breakfast.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit!
Oh, shit.
Wait, come on! You gotta say that louder over here. Come on!
God damn it.
I'm gonna put you on blast so you can say it yourself. The Peter, our
Not
special
so silent
guest
producer.
over here was like, you eat the eggs after you whisk it around.
Saturday morning conversation. Imagine if somebody's really sitting around eating breakfast, a big bowl of cereal right now. Like, the motherfucking Portuguese breakfast. Oh, that sounds actually pretty good. You know, maybe I get some sweet bread and then some sausage. You know, some Portuguese sausages. Yeah, all right. Oh wait, caveman's gonna tell me what it's all about. All right. That's what it's all about. Ain't no sweet buns, ain't no Portuguese sausage involved.
Well, if you're Portuguese,
If you're a Portuguese guy, yeah, I guess.
then he's like, oh, babe.
Is that your Portuguese? Oh, babe.
That's my impression of.
Man, I know a little bit too many people in Fox Point to be
Portuguese
trying to
dudes.
that shit, man. Trying to go down to the Boys and Girls Club, go to the PVD Donuts.
I wonder if this is
Hashtag
like a huge meal in like New Bedford,
oh god,
also known as Little Portugal. For those of you who are not familiar, you know, like I'm amazed. This is a term that I didn't know.
is this what Cristiano Ronaldo is doing on his off time?
Oh, he can. Speaking of, is that dude Ronaldo? Like they
the pretty boy, the tall pretty
they
guy. Tax evasion.
no, not the tax evasion.
Oh, the sexual harassment.
The sexual harassment shit. They
He's been trying to
They
do
subpoenaed-
Portuguese breakfast on chicks.
they subpoenaed his DNA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so everybody, all y'all Ronaldo fans out there, all y'all chicks, I guess he taking that statue to heart
Yep.
out there.
He was
Talking
better off
about-
staying with Jeter and his herpes.
Wow.
The Jeets.
Or Usher.
Oh yeah, Usher. The silent burn.
Yeah, that song takes on a whole new meaning now.
Huh? Yeah.
You gotta let it burn.
See, a lot of songs and a lot of artists basically dry snitch on themselves and make millions off of it. Like R. Kelly and a lot of his songs, and I know we're gonna get around to that, so I figured I'd just say it up front. So like Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, the song that he wrote, My Body's Calling, there's a bunch of other shit. I'm not even gonna go down his catalog because this is what's happened. Every time on the national news, every time they talk about R. Kelly and all his allegations, they always show a clip of one of his songs. Even if it's like 10 seconds or 5 seconds, they show a little clip of his song. And people watching it's like, oh shit, that's my song. And then they totally tune out. They get transported to the time like back in high school before any of us really, really knew about the allegations. Even though Dave Chappelle was making his skits and Mad TV had their skits and everybody was doing their shit, it wasn't really that known. But either way, when you hear the song, you're taken back to the high school dance or the middle school dance and like, oh yeah, I remember the time when that song and the first time I heard it. And then you totally tune out everything else that they saying in the report. And he got women in his house trapped up and he's brainwashing people and they're shitting in corners and they got begged for food and all this other shit. You tune all of that out because you're listening to the music and you're like, oh shit, that's my song.
Yeah, right?
Feeling on your booty. Oh, I remember that. Remember the remix? Oh,
His whole music. Here's the thing too, like, I don't know about like you or other people, but like when I find out something about an artist, their music takes on a whole different meaning. Like when everybody found out about Frank Ocean
and Teddy Pendergrass.
and Teddy Pendergrass, like all those songs now, Usher, like
Luther Vandross.
like all those songs take on like a little bit of a different meaning. Like,
Yeah.
yo. And I always
He's
wonder,
singing to a dude and I'm,
Right.
I'm like,
like now, like before you thought, all right, Luther's singing to my mom or
Yeah.
Frank Ocean singing to my lady, but now You know that he's singing to you.
Yeah.
Jaheim.
Jaheim?
Jaheim.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm not going to go that route. I'm not going to go that route. Because he seems to be of the thuggish nature. And down in Atlanta, you run across a lot of those thugs.
San Francisco.
They're givers. They may not be takers, but they're givers indeed.
New York. Any of those big metropolitan towns. I mean, we all watch The Wire.
Yeah, and I'm a short-ish, light-skin-ish guy. I'm a little bit cute in their eyes, and I'm not finna do none of that. It's gonna be like that scene in Friday, and Money Mike, Cat Williams, grabbing up dudes like, "Yo, I'm not with the play. I'm not that guy." Just don't do that, please.
Hey, don't go to jail, bro.
Well,
so
that's
all
true.
you gotta say about that.
No, but I'll tell you a very quick story. When I was working in a nightclub one time, back when I used to smoke cigarettes, I went outside to have a cigarette, take a little break from work and everything. Dude was like, "Oh, you got a light?" Gave him a light. He's like, "Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Well, blah, blah, blah. I'm new in town and what's going on around here." So told him, this, that, third, XYZ, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward in the story. So I'm about to, in my mind, I'm ready to go back inside. So I'm like, "All right, man, well, let me go." He's like, "Oh, yeah. By the way, my name's Delicious." Like, what? yeah, my name's Delicious. Yeah, people call me Delicious. I'm like, okay, I gotta get back to work. I'll see you later, all right, D? I just went back inside. I'm not calling no grown-ass man Delicious. Like, it was a cool conversation. I didn't know. Like, I'm not taking heads and tails on what he's saying because he's new in town and blah, blah, blah. As soon as he told me this motherfucker's name is Delicious, this dude is bigger than you. I don't know where that came from.
My bad. It was just...
Wait. That alarm is saying, as a grown man, don't tell another man to call you Delicious.
Yeah, fuck that.
Don't call...
I mean, here's the thing. Free speech is free speech, right?
It is.
So you could be like, "Hey, man, just call me Delicious." And I'm going to be like,
"No.
Fuck you. Not doing that shit. What's your government name?" And you can repeat it to me again. Delicious. And I'm going to be like...
Your mama call you Clay? I'm going to call you Clay.
Right? Your name is the fuck out of here, dog.
I just left him to himself. But yeah, long story short, people are like that. But yeah, even if you're not in prison, people be rolling up on you on some real funny time like that. And it's like, they're just masking in regular conversation. Like, "Hey, blah, 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 and XYZ. And they're like, "What? Your motherfucking name is Delicious. I'm not calling you that."
Yeah, nah. In other news, in working with the title of today's show, Magic's Blood.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
Although we might change it to Portuguese Breakfast, because that's just a much more fun title. But Magic is out donating blood to save lives.
And
Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know,
Irving Magic Johnson.
Irving Magic Johnson.
To be even clearer.
Top 5 player of all time in the NBA. For all y'all millennials that ain't never seen Magic play, YouTube that shit. He was like the first 6'9" point guard.
Yeah.
Played all the positions on the floor.
All 5 positions.
He's the like Magic to me is the prototype for guys like Tracy McGrady, LeBron James.
Yep.
All your big guards, Kobe.
Even Grant Hill to a certain degree.
Grant Hill to a certain point. Like there is no they're not letting big dudes play guard at all.
Yeah, because
before Magic, if you was over 6'7", you was playing forward.
Yeah, small forward.
You was a small forward or a power forward.
They did have some point forwards back in those days, but they weren't really as prevalent as they are now. Or like with Giannis from Milwaukee bringing up the ball at 7 feet.
That shit never happened.
No, but even back in those days, it's like Magic was a break from the protocol because it wasn't just the fact that he could handle the ball. His court vision was excellent.
His passing.
Oh my goodness! Making a proper basketball decision.
And people forget that Magic could guard every position.
Yeah, and that finals when Kareem got hurt, he was playing center.
Little
baby hook. Oh man, fell in love with basketball watching him play, man.
But anyway, for those of you who don't know, Magic got hit with the
Yeah. HIV?
With the HIV,
Yeah.
like 30 years ago.
And you know what I'll say? Shout out to Cookie Johnson because she stuck with him through all of that shit.
Yeah, because she was like, Magic got the cure. That's why.
If you look at it,
You know, like Magic got HIV at a time when motherfuckers was getting HIV,
and dying in
and
like 2
then
weeks.
in like 6 months they had full blown AIDS,
Mm-hmm.
and then they were dead inside of like 5 years max.
Max, yeah.
Max. Like think
And,
about
and that's if they had money for medication.
right. If they didn't have money, they was dead in like 2 years. Like
2
like
months?
this, like the AIDS epidemic. Like we don't even talk about that shit anymore.
No, it's not that big of a deal like that. Because remember in the 80s, like, I remember in the 80s, it was like, oh, I can't touch this because I don't want to get AIDS. I don't want to, I
Right.
can't touch that. I don't want to get AIDS. It was that scary.
Motherfuckers didn't even want to play with Magic.
No.
Because they didn't want to get his sweat on them.
Karl Malone was one of them dudes.
'Cause
I'm going to call him out too.
Everybody thought it was like the most. What happened to AIDS? Do motherfuckers even still get?
I know in
HIV?
Africa, I know in Africa it's still a big thing. I know it's
But like, was it like some cloak and dagger mirror shit? Because like now nobody talks.
now, yeah, nobody really talks
Nobody
about
really
that shit.
even talks about it anymore. It's like, oh, AIDS is like that thing that like they can like give you a vaccination for when you're growing up as a kid, like the measles,
like polio and shit.
polio and shit. Motherfuckers don't even talk about that shit anymore. But anyway,
Like it's motherfucking smallpox.
yeah. Like, I'm sure AIDS is still around. But anyway, in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, mid 90s, like everybody was like, yo, you got to strap up. Like, you don't know. Double time. Because AIDS is killing motherfuckers. Like,
Shit is real.
like motherfuckers getting blood tests like every 6 months. Like, if you was fucking a lot, you was getting blood. Like, they knew you at the blood bank.
Yeah.
Or wherever they was doing AIDS testing and shit.
I remember like back when Rap City used to be a big thing on BET. They used to have
The
ads.
commercials.
Yeah, they used to have ads about getting checked and wearing condoms and being
The
safe.
movie Kids came out.
But
Remember
see,
Kids?
even with AIDS, at first AIDS was only thought to be between gay people. Like
Right.
only gay people get AIDS, and they're the ones that are spreading it. And because of their, and this is back in the day speaking, this is not me, so I'm gonna put that out as a disclaimer. They were saying that it was a curse to gay people because you're gay. This is the disease that you get. So if you don't want this disease, stay away from being gay. That was the scare tactic back then. It's kind of like how they had that reefer madness, stay away from weed because you're gonna go crazy type shit. This country's been around with a lot of that propaganda type of speaking for a long, long time. But yeah, AIDS was that kind of thing. It's like it was only amongst gay people, and then once it started spreading over to regular people, it's like, well, you must have been with a gay person. It's like, no, it's not even about that.
Yo, sexual education was at its height. I remember doing that shit for like city year. Like we had like a whole like day of like sexual like sex ed basically like in the middle of the core year to make sure that like motherfuckers wasn't. But anyway, Magic had HIV
Yes.
at a time when like
Long
medicine was still new. It's 2008, 19.
Yeah.
Magic is chilling. Like Magic, you remember like it used to be like motherfuckers would get HIV, they get real skinny, they lose weight, they fucking get real sick.
Yeah.
Like Magic gained
Gain
like
weight.
50 pounds,
Yo, he,
opened up 1 million Starbuckses,
Yep.
movie theaters and shit.
Movie
Like
theaters.
now he owns sports team. Magic got the miracle drug, and now he's out here sharing it with the world.
you could say that he has the magic stick. I'm not gonna
Not
say
gonna
that.
say that.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. But some
gonna
people
say
could.
that.
I'm not.
Yo, my
50
girl
Cent
might,
could.
My girl might punch you in the face for making that 50 Cent reference. They got beef still.
Word. Curtis. Yeah, I got beef with Curtis.
She
too.
got
He
beef.
made me late.
She
for,
got
for
beef
a bus
with-
one time, and I got stuck in New York for an extra 4 hours.
She got beef with 50 because 50 had beef with
Jada.
Who? Ja Rule?
Jada.
Jada.
Jada?
But now they,
Jadakiss?
yeah.
Oh,
but now
wow.
they don't have beef no more.
Oh.
But she's still holding on to the beef.
That was beef. That was more like a Slim Jim. That wasn't real beef.
But then he was playing it when we went to see the Locks, and then they put out a 50 song.
She was mad, yo. She was mad as shit. Like, you know how like you're in the club and the
You
motherfucking
holding
DJ.
on to that beef since what? Wow.
Yeah. Like she holding on to the beef.
That's
She's like
aged beef. Wow.
like she's like Like when the DJ play a whack song and you're like, you cross your arms, see, like, who the fuck is DJ fucking sucks.
Damn, that's
I'm like,
Peter Luger age beef. Damn.
I'm like, babe, 50, they like, he don't got no beef with these guys. Like, they're obviously not. They're playing his music.
Yeah, damn.
Plus 50 got hits.
Curtis, yeah.
I mean, you can hate 50 the man, but 50 got hits.
He does. I'm mad I even referenced Magic Stick, and this is where we ended up, but...
I'm mad that you referenced Magic Stick in relation to Magic Johnson,
No, well, that's...
who already got
What?
a phallic name.
Yeah.
Because he's
Magic Johnson.
Because he's Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson. Yes. Connect the dots.
Yeah, there it is.
Yes.
But anyway, Magic's donating blood. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, the question we were talking about is like, yo, would you take that blood if you knew it was from Magic?
Yeah. Well, me... Oh, no, I know that. I was saying, yeah, that's the question.
Yeah.
Me, personally, I don't know.
I mean, it got to be magical blood.
Because it's from Magic.
Because the motherfucker got HIV in the 90s.
Yeah.
And he's still alive. They should be, like, taking his shit for, like, DNA testing to find out.
I know
Like,
motherfuckers
that's the
dying
cure.
from... I know motherfuckers dying from pneumonia.
Right?
Motherfuckers dying from pneumonia, and this guy got HIV.
Motherfuckers get a regular cold. They
Yeah.
can start pumping this shit into old people. You know what I mean? When you get old, you get like a regular cold and die. They could just pump you with Magic's blood.
So
You live another fucking 20, 30 years.
So off mic, the question was, would you take Magic's blood over the sweat of Jesus? I'm like, well, Magic is real. Like, I could touch him.
I see Magic.
Yeah, like Jesus, the spirit, yeah, he's around. But the blood of Magic, I could touch. I don't know. Me saying that, and then saying that I'm going to go to church tomorrow with my mother, I don't know how that's going to be received.
Man, when you get home, she's gonna cuss you out anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a stern talking to about the body of Christ, and how it has nothing to do with the body of Magic Johnson, the blood of Magic Johnson.
How you deflect? I'm gonna tell you how to deflect that right now.
All right, come on.
Ew, Mom. Stop talking about Magic Johnsons, and then just walk away.
Oh
just
boy.
leave.
Yeah, my mother.
Just leave her out there.
You don't know my mother. You don't know my mother. Huh? Magic Johnsons? What are you talking about, Magic Johnsons? And she's going to say it at least 5 more times before she starts to go off on what she wants to say. So it's just going to backfire because it's going to make me laugh that she's saying Magic Johnsons like 5 times. Huh? Magic Johnsons? Huh? That's what you want me to talk about? Johnsons? Huh? Magic Johnsons? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes, I'm going to go to church tomorrow. I'm going to go to church. So the blood of Magic Johnson is better than the blood of Jesus Christ? Oh, boy, Mom. Oh, boy. Jokes is jokes. All right, Mom. Jokes is jokes. Jokes is jokes. But this is no joke, right? Yeah, I know, Mom.
Don't joke about the Lord, man.
No, not with a Trinidadian mother. You don't want to joke about the Lord and spirits and jumbies and them. No, that's not the thing I want to do when I see her. But yeah, that being the case, yeah, the name of the episode is called...
It's called Magic's Blood.
Magic's Blood. And it's because of that?
Shout out to Dunkin' Donuts for this ice green tea right now. Hashtag label out.
What's it? Ice cream tea?
Ice green tea.
Ice green tea?
Iced
Iced.
green tea.
I think I'm still coming over my cold because I heard ice cream tea. That's what I was like, ice cream tea?
Ice cream tea sounds delicious, though. Because ice cream is delicious.
How you gonna make ice cream tea?
I don't know.
Like what flavor ice cream you going? Like vanilla bean?
Cookie dough?
The fuck? Like, that's some real fat boy shit. Like, come on.
It is. It is. Listen, I've been really good about not having very much dairy. I'm sorry, Tony. I had some cheese.
Oh, boy.
But it wasn't on my rice. So
Cheese on your rice? What the?
listen, first of all,
Cauliflower and chicken.
Oh, he's... I'm laughing because he's giving the silent
Yeah,
producer, the not so silent producer, a hard look.
she just...
Airing out dirty laundry.
Oh, man. You know it's leg day, right? Yeah, she coming to the gym with me after. She's not going to be able to walk.
Well, oh, Jesus Christ, man. More of this. First he had 2 breakfasts in bed. Now it's leg day. Now she's not going to be able to walk. Talking about Magic Johnson. Oh, Lord have mercy.
The show's taking a
Portuguese
turn.
breakfast.
The show's definitely taking a turn.
Yeah, man. I thought we just had the sexpert on last week or some shit. Like,
Right? This would have been a good question. She's
What
coming back.
happened?
She's coming back for Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah.
So she's going Amanda
Amanda
Lambros back for the Valentine's Day special. And we'll have to bring up this Portuguese breakfast shit again.
Yeah.
out
Different things to try for
Different
Valentine's.
things to try for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, there we go.
Melt some chocolate. Mm-hmm. You have Portuguese.
Stay away from the rusty trombone, though.
I'm not even looking that one up. I don't have time to be in the rabbit hole this morning.
Yep. Dirty Sanchez. Nope. Don't do
But
it.
it's AFC Championship weekend, NFC Championship weekend.
What's that?
Not championship weekend. Second round playoffs. NFL.
NFL?
Football.
Oh, football. Oh, yeah. Yeah, seeing my Steelers and my Giants are out, I
Oh,
totally
you
forgot
just-
that this sport existed. I tried to move on to basketball, but my Knicks still stink. So,
Yeah.
hockey?
They suck.
Question mark? Would you guys accept me? P. Bruins, maybe?
The P. Bruins.
You guys need a fan? Like, come on, guys.
I would offer you to join the Lions bandwagon, but
Yeah.
it's baseball season in Detroit because the Pistons fucking suck too.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So football. This
Anyway, the Chargers are in town, which is why I brought it up.
Oh yeah.
The Chargers.
The Los Angeles, not San Diego Chargers.
That's right. They moved back. Like they don't even have a home stadium, so
Everybody like. Remember when the Tampa Bay Devil Rays changed their name and they started finding like, news people and
what they
People-
changed their name to?
the Rays, Tampa Bay Rays. They dropped the devil because they didn't want to have the devil a part of it all, and
See.
the religious sect down in
Are they
Tampa Bay
owned by
didn't
an
like it.
evangelist or something?
No, but people
People
are
weren't going?
religious. No,
Yeah. I'm not going to no baseball game to see no devil.
no, but then it makes it interesting because when you go and play against the Angels, so you get the Angels versus the Devil Rays.
Right?
They didn't see the marketing and all of that. They just saw it as the Angels versus the Rays. The Devil Rays just wasn't cool for them. So
Fuck it.
it is what it is.
So the Chargers are in town. They're coming to upset the Patriots.
Yep. Let's go.
It's going down, people. It's a lock. If you're
calling it?
gambling.
Don't be the Drake of football, please.
Nah. I'm like 75% against the spread this year,
All right.
which is pretty good. Still losing right now. I'm in a slump, but I called that Bama game, so I'm back on.
What do you mean the Bama game? You mean the Clemson game?
The Clemson game, yeah, right?
Yeah, you get that straight. Bama just was there. But
Yeah, fucking Clemson
helped
came
them
and they
hold
went
the
in there,
trophy.
whooped Bama's ass, which never happens. I was like in shock because the spread was only 5.5, right? So I'm like, all right, I'll take 5.5. Games have been close, So I got Clemson getting 5.5. If they lose, they'll lose by 3.
Okay. So you still win either way.
Still win, right? Play the game, pick 6. I was like, wow, this could get out of hand. They won by like 28.
Yep. That's what you call a roll tide.
Roll Tide, that's for sure.
The tide got ruled.
Until
Right?
got rolled the fuck out.
Oh man, that was brutal.
Jalen Hurts is transferring because he's still got another year that he's got to play before he can go into the draft. I'm hoping that
You go to Michigan.
he goes to Michigan. Although Michigan has a very good quarterback.
Who's Michigan's quarterback?
Shit.
Well, yeah, that's what he's been playing like. Seeing that you can't remember his name.
Yeah,
It sounds
pretty
like
much. He was a transfer too, though, and I can't remember his name right now because it's early and I'm not
it. Wait,
high.
what bowl game did Michigan go to this year?
They got smashed. I don't even. The Cotton
yeah.
Bowl, one of those fucking. It was like the outside. It's one of the like Big 5 bowls or whatever that they switch around. But it was like the one that's not in the playoffs.
Oh, like the Cotton or some bullshit like that. But I haven't really been following any kind of sports recently because it's just number one, my team stink. Like the Yankees, they got eliminated. The Mets, they came out hot and sweaty, and then they basically blew their load after the first 2 weeks of the baseball season. But I see that they're making moves and signing people, and you don't really win championships in the off season. So, but Mets are looking nice, but haven't really been following sports at all. But
I'm getting ready for fantasy baseball. It's coming up. I've been playing fantasy baseball for like 3 years now. Last year was my best season.
only 3 years.
Yeah.
I thought you would have been playing fantasy
Not
for longer than
not
that.
baseball. Baseball's like every day. Like, and for a while I was like against it, but I'm in a keeper league. So if y'all don't know how fantasy baseball works, you fucking got to play that shit every day.
Yeah, that's a
And
pay
you gotta
attention.
like draft prospects. So like the dude that won this year, he drafted Aaron Judge, and
Mookie Betts.
did he have Mookie? He might have had Mookie, but basically he had like three of the top 5 players, but he drafted them as prospects, so it didn't affect his budget as much.
It's a real investment game because you buy them young.
It's a
like
long
that.
game. It's definitely a long game.
Yeah, baseball. Like, because I used to do it long time ago, like in 2000, 2001. Because I remember it was right around the millennium, like the Y2K bug and all that bullshit. I remember I had players like Roy Oswalt on my team. I had I don't think Jeff Bagwell was still playing at that time. But I had a bunch of, and just baseball itself is just, it's real tedious. Because then you forget, and then the guy
if you
gets hurt and he
forget-
misses his pitch and rotation.
Right.
And then you lose his points, and then you can't really chase those points again. But it's just a bunch of shit. Like,
It's every day.
Oh, good.
You know what I mean? Baseball's 160 games, 162 games, right? So
Yeah.
every day, it's just about. And then you have to like know your pitching rotation.
Yep.
Some days you got 3-4 pitchers. Some days you got no pitchers going. Some days you got no people going.
Yep.
Like you might have only 4 guys in your lineup because everybody's on their off day.
Yep. Or then you might get luck out, and then they have a double hitter in that game.
And they have a double header,
Yep.
but they might not play them both.
Yep.
But you got to put them in for one of them if you got to fill a spot.
Yeah, and then it's like, all right, well, who's pitching the first game? It's a righty on righty, and he's bad against righty, so
Or they
I'm
go,
gonna sit him out. And
or they go 1 for 10 over
oh,
2
yeah.
games, and you're like, God damn.
yep, oh god,
Or my biggest issue is like, there's not a lot of good catchers. There's not a lot of everyday catchers anymore.
oh yeah, that's true. No more.
So you got to have
Blancos,
2 catchers,
Santalos.
and you got to hope that they're on different pitching schedules. Because if not, you can play a lot of games without a catcher.
Or if you have like that battery with the pitcher catcher, and that only this catcher
Yeah.
plays when that pitcher pitches.
Right.
Like, it's weird. Like, oh,
And then you
goddamn.
got guys
just
that-
even thinking about it. Baseball,
Guys that come out of their lineup because they suck against lefties,
yeah.
but they're like one of the best players on your fantasy team.
oh,
you're like,
utility guys.
damn.
The
And
Luis
this-
Soho who's on your team.
Or this year I had Shohei Ohtani, the Japanese dude.
Oh, the
who
pitcher.
won pitcher and
batter.
outfielder.
Yeah.
But he fucked his shoulder up, has to have Tommy John surgery, but he could still bat. So I lost him halfway through the year as a pitcher, but I didn't have him as a batter. Somebody else had him
So
because
he
it
was,
he
like,
took up 2
DHing.
spots on your roster.
He takes up 2 spots,
Takes up 2 spots on your
but
roster.
you can only play him at 1.
You're right, but if you have him as a pitcher and as an outfielder, then you can play him every day. Because he would, if he pitched on Sunday, then he wouldn't be in the lineup on Monday or Tuesday because he would have his 2 days, and then he would play Wednesday, Thursday, Friday
In the outfield.
in the outfield, and then rest on Saturday,
And then pitch
and
on
then
Sunday,
pitch on
yeah.
Sunday.
I don't know about that, but the other thing too is that some of them teams, and this was brand new to me, because I've been away from baseball for a while, with the how they call it, where they basically have relievers as their starters. They'll have like a reliever go 3 innings, bring in another reliever for 3 innings, rather than have a traditional starter that will go 5 or 6 innings. They would just bring in relievers and start the game with relievers. I forgot what my fucking team was doing that. I think it was like
Miami?
Was it Miami?
Yeah.
Marlins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
It's
was-
either them or the Brewers.
I think it was Miami because their pitching staff was terrible. So they were just starting whoever was healthy.
So, oh man, don't tell me Jeter took his herpes down there and started spreading that bullshit down in Miami. Oh Lord have mercy. But yeah, that was weird. But see, that's another thing too. With fantasy baseball, it's just like having like another girlfriend. You gotta pay attention to it. You gotta see who's doing what and make sure you caress this and caress that. Oh, damn it, man! Just thinking about it. Oh, fantasy baseball is way too much. I'm gonna just watch it and just drink my beer from the stands.
Yeah, right.
You know. Oh, matter of fact, this is gonna be the last year for the Pawtucket Red Sox too.
Is this the last year?
Yep. And then they're gonna be leaving
I'm about
town.
to go to a gang of games.
Yep.
We're losing our AAA affiliate out here. It was like the only place we could see like when all the Red Sox dudes would go on the DL, they rehab right here, so you could see like these guys were paying for like $12 instead of paying however much Red Sox tickets cost. Like you can't get a good seat in there for less than $100.
Yeah.
So, peace to the Paw Sox. That's gonna suck for that little area. You know, there's a few little businesses over there that thrive during that time when the games are on. Yeah, that sucks.
And see, now that my son is up here living with me, you know, God bless. Hashtag. I'm gonna go take him to some more games because he's not really an athletic guy because he basically grew up with his mother and she's not really into sports outside of boxing. But other than that, now it's my time to take him to some games. You know.
Oh yeah. I mean, we got the boxing gym right around the corner though.
Oh yeah, right down the street, right here.
Yeah.
Like, matter of fact, yeah, I did. When he was down in Florida, I was paying for him to do some boxing classes and some karate classes and shit like that. I'll see if he wants to pick it back up, but like, baseball is one of those sports that they always say is a father-son sport. It's passed on from father to son. It's just one of those type of things where you sit down, you learn the game of baseball, and you talk about life too. You know, just sometimes you got to take your pitches, and sometimes you got to swing for the fences. And in every sport, there's a philosophy that you can relate to life, and baseball is just one of those things that it's an anticipation sport where you sit and you wait for something to happen, opposed to football where it always happening. Basketball, it's always happening. It's a running sport. Like, even though football does have its pauses, but baseball is more pauses in between things. You get a pitch, oh, he didn't swing. Oh, another pitch, he didn't swing, and you're just sitting there waiting for something to happen. But
baseball is a good sport to like go and like have a little bit of conversation.
A conversational sport.
You know, you don't have to necessarily like you got to follow because if you get hit in the face with a baseball, that shit is not.
Oh yeah, no, that's not cute at all. Hell no. You know, trying to look at your phone or some shit, and then next thing you know, you look up and the ball's right in your face. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, right.
And it knocked down your beer.
Yeah, like,
hell no, you're not knocking down my beer. Like, my question is, if the ball is hit and it knocks over your beer some way, somehow, do you get a free beer? Because them beers are like $12 for like one beer. When I could buy it for $12, I could buy a 6-pack outside the stadium. Like, they don't replace those beers for you, do they?
Nah.
Nah? That's bullshit.
Nah, because there's signs everywhere that says keep an eye
On the game?
on the game. You know what I mean? Because you could get hit in the face. I'm sure maybe they replace it if like the dude like runs into the stands and fucks you up.
The guy that dives?
Yeah.
Okay. The Jeter.
You know, but just in general, I don't think that you get. You caught a baseball with your beer. Here's a new beer. Like, nah, go give us another $8 or whatever. How much beer costs?
12. Oh, well, no,
$12.
10 if it's domestic.
Oh, damn! All right.
12 if it's fancy.
Yeah, what else is going on in the news today, man? Like this week?
Oh, right. So, I was telling you about it earlier about Netflix catching up to people.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really Netflix. Let me put it like that. It's this software company, and I'm not gonna put out their name because
fuck that. These motherfuckers are on blast out here snitching on dudes.
Syndameda. That's SYNAMEDIA.
Synamedia?
Synamedia. All right, so they revealed it at the CES conference out there in Las Vegas, and basically what it does is it allows streaming companies, and that's why I said I shouldn't just put it on Netflix because there's other people that could buy into this software, but it's basically gonna air out people because the way that the software and the way is all right. Wait, let me get myself together. The way that it is set up is if you're online watching and streaming something, you underneath your profile, you're in here in Rhode Island, and you're watching a movie. How can you be in London watching the same movie? How can you be in California watching the same movie? The way that the system is set up is this be like, something's not right here. You're only one person. You can't be in 3 places at once. We're going to hold you accountable to one place and one account. So now everybody else is going to get squeezed out. Or they're going to pressure you and say, look, we're going to ban you and we're going to terminate your account until things get cleaned up. You need to do something.
Right. I mean, Netflix already makes you pay extra for multiple sets. I think you can have you can have 4 or 5 profiles, but you can only sign in from like 2 IP addresses or 3 IP addresses before they'll be like, yo, you signed in on too many places. You can't be signing on your phone and your laptop and your upstairs TV and your Fire Stick and at your mom's house. Like, you gotta like pay us more if you want to sign in all these places.
Yep.
So I feel like everybody's gonna just get charged more. So everybody who's like borrowing their homies, their family, their somebody else's Netflix, you might have to kick in. If my Netflix goes up, your Netflix goes up. If my Amazon Prime goes up, your Amazon Prime goes up. So
I think the So Silent producer is trying to get in good with you.
I'm about to be renting my shit out. Everybody got to pay their
Pimping out
dues.
your Netflix. Be like, yo, Netflix got no commercials, but I got that Hulu for you on the cheap. You might deal with a commercial or two, but still prime programming.
Yo, because I mean, without incriminating myself, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people out there sharing Netflix and Amazon Prime and Hulu and Sling.
The jig is up.
Yeah.
The fuzz is coming for you.
It was good while it lasted. Now y'all motherfuckers gotta get your own shit.
The good old days. Remember when you used to watch videos on YouTube with no commercials?
Right?
The good old days.
Nah, that fucking ad space.
You can watch 2 hours of programming with no commercials.
Now it's like in between your shit. You be like, yo,
If your video is 10 minutes, they're going to stop like 3 minutes in, give you a little 30-second commercial. Oh, and if you're paying attention, you can skip it. But if you're not, you're going to have to listen to the whole thing.
Right.
Oh, shit. The good old days.
So y'all better get your shit together. Get your own Netflix accounts and shit. You know, that means some of y'all need to get bank accounts, debit cards and shit.
Yep.
Yo, I know a lot of people that still don't have debit cards.
Get prepaid joints. They sound like Walgreens.
Get what?
Prepaid cards.
Oh, prepaid shits?
Yeah, they're like them little prepaid
Oh,
visas.
do those work for that, though?
Yeah, as long as you got money on it. You know, if you like if Netflix goes and tries to take their account, like money from their account, and there's no money, they're gonna shut off your service until you get money in it.
I better get you some Rush cards or something. You know what I mean?
I've been with Rush Card forever. I had to cuss them out the other day. I'm like, yo, I've been with you for 11 years, and you're gonna treat me like this? Because they sent me I got hacked, first time ever last year. I got hacked. Called them, told them, yo, this is not me. I'm not in London. Like, the fuck? Like, somebody spending money out in London. That shit's not me. Right. They're like, okay, all right, we'll investigate it. We'll give you a credit. We'll investigate it. Blah blah blah. We'll send you out a new card. Send me out a new card. Cool. I can't use that card because it's the same number as I had previously. The only difference is the expiration date. But this is the whack thing. They sent me a new card. Not a problem. They didn't charge me for the new card, but they're charging me for the old card that I can't use. I'm like, the fuck you charging me for an old card that I can't use? He's like, oh, well, it was a mistake. I'm like, well, if you recognize it was a mistake, then give me back my motherfucking $5. Like, this and trying to give me this runaround. No, fuck that. It's not even about the $5. It's the principle. Because if you're doing this to me and you're doing this to other people, $5 adds up.
Adds up. Hell yeah.
A small drip will fill a bucket eventually. I'm like, nah, fuck that. It's on the principle. So I cussed them out. Said, look, I'm going to talk to your supervisor. Pull the tape because I said, look, on that first call, I don't want to be charged for a brand new card. They still sent me the card and they still charged me for it. And when they pulled the tape, they saw that I said exactly that. I don't want to be charged for a brand new card because I've been hacked. I shouldn't have to pay for a new card. Because
no.
this is out of my control. Right? If I lost the card, that's another thing. I didn't lose it. I have the physical card with me. So either way, fast forward, they made it right. So shout out to Rush Card because when the new year came around, I looked into my bank account, had $12 extra in my account from them. I was like, oh shit.
Hey,
Hey, all right.
that's
hey,
what's up.
They gave me $5 plus 7, so hey, I'm cool with that. So shout out to Rush Card.
Hey, listen.
Hashtag label up.
I
Rush Card.
fucks with what's in your wallet.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And,
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
I fucked with them a long time ago.
They got a bunch of people now.
Nah, Samuel,
Jennifer
man.
Gardner.
Nah, fuck her.
But Sam Jackson is the one.
Yeah, he's the motherfucker.
I feel like he should say, "Fuck's in your motherfucking wallet." But you know,
Yeah, he's not really a nigga guy. He doesn't say nigga a lot, does he?
no, the motherfucker.
Yeah, he's the motherfucker.
He's a motherfucker guy.
Yeah.
But my shit got hacked.
Where?
You know, protect your shit, man. All I did was get gas with my credit card when I was traveling, and then like when I got home, I was still getting gas in Michigan. So I called them up and shit, and no problem. Sent me a new card, everything. Sent all that money back. Matter of fact, they sent it to me twice, so they had to take it out, which kind of fucked up the whole situation. But you know, it was real easy. So and I fuck with the Evil Empire.
The Yankees?
No, Bank of America.
Oh, those guys.
That Evil Empire.
Oh, okay.
You know,
the banking world.
The banking world. But they always been good to me too, man. Like they don't really fuck around. When you tell them you got some fraud shit, they give you your fucking money back up front. But your shit better not be like your shit better be real fraud because they will reach back in your shit.
Yep. Yeah, that's what they told me too. They was like, look, because I was like, look, it's not just the fact that they took out my money. Then I got service fee for using my card internationally, and then I had the international conversion fee.
Oh.
So that's an extra little bit of money
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
extra outside of the $120, or I think it was like $150 that they took, and then those extra little fees made it like $180. I'm
Yeah.
like, man, like the fuck, like I don't got it like that. Like fuck, give me back my money.
Right.
So they had to investigate, and shout out to them.
Hey, just
but
make
there's
sure.
that pause feature on the cards now.
Yeah.
When
you
you
can
get
just
the
pause the
app,
shit. Boom.
you could pause it.
If you
Like-
lose it,
Yep.
and you're not really sure where it is, you can.
Or you
just
went to
put a
some place
hold.
suspect, just pause it. Like I don't know what the fuck I did last night when I went to that club, but I know I got my card. I know my ass ain't hurting, so I know it ain't no funny business. So yeah, no, if you ever got drunk and you have to make sure that
You was in the wrong place.
your ass ain't
Where were you at?
interfered with, making sure that you got your kidneys and you ain't in the bathtub full of ice. Yeah, you're in the wrong place. I'll just tell you that right now.
Dude,
That's never happened to me.
Oh, I was gonna say
That's
what the
never
hell?
happened to me.
Y'all, you
Never
been
woke
running
up
in
in
some
no
different
bathtub of
circles,
ice.
man.
Huh?
We find out you're like a secret international assassin.
Well, I've been to all right, I'll tell you like this. When I was working at the nightclub, I'm not gonna say the nightclubs. Well, no, they're not around anymore. When I used to work at the club, Lot 401, at the end of the night, we used to like hang out sometimes, and then we used to go to after parties. So some of these after parties were real shady ass after parties. I'll tell you that right now. It's like when you see like some movies, and it's like real deal like purple light and it's flashing light. And then just a dude just standing in a corner, just standing there, not doing nothing, just standing in the corner looking at people. He's not security. He's not anything. He's just standing there. It's like, the fuck is this guy doing? It's like, all right, you're asking too many questions. Don't ask about that guy. Okay, like, don't ask about that guy. Like, what the fuck am I doing here? So, yeah, I found myself in a lot of those type positions.
Listen, we used to run those type of after parties, so I understand.
So
How
you
the shit
see.
goes down.
Yep. One time though, when I was working at the Black Rep hashtag Black Rep, I love that place. I miss it so much.
I love the old Black Rep.
The old Black Rep.
The new Black Rep got gentrified.
Oh yeah, the old Black Rep, the one on the third floor.
Yeah, the original Black Rep.
Oh, that was my.
You know,
shit.
the version of the Black Rep that came after the original Black Rep.
Well,
I got a lot of issues with that version.
but see, this is the thing.
And it wasn't even that it was gentrified. That wasn't the version. The reason that my issue with it is that they alienated their core audience.
Well,
No, they
see,
didn't.
this is what happens, and this is just like in the rap world. You could be underground. You could have people that like you, and they listen to but now you want to take it to the next level. When you take it to the next level, people are like, yo, you're crossing over, or you're forgetting about us. And then it's like, well, it's the whole money thing, and look, we got a bigger space. It's just
wasn't
weird.
That wasn't even my issue. It wasn't about the cost
of
of drinks. It wasn't about the cost of entry. It was about your core audience. The reason why you're able to move, the reason why you're able to move into this newer, bigger, nicer situation is because your core audience made you that. So you can't alienate them by being like, yo, you can't come in sneakers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're sneakers, dog. Like, and I get it. If you started out like that, that's cool. But that's like, you can't just be one way, get successful off that way,
and
then totally flip it. And it wasn't even like a slow transition. It was like, here's the new building, no more sneakers. You know what I mean?
I can see
like,
that.
it's still, but they still try to push that, like, that urban hip hop initiative without the hip hop dudes.
Well,
like, yo, you could come over here and check this out and do these shows and support this hip hop, but we want you to dress
with a suit and tie,
not hip hop.
And
after that, like, I lost a lot of respect for the whole conglomerate.
Yeah, and for me, like, I was there from a long time. Like, I knew a lot of the architects offline. Like, they used to come by my house and chill with my father and everything. So they're friends of the family. So talking from like a kind of politician side of things.
Oh yeah, I mean you got a different view of it.
Yeah, so like I see exactly. Me personally, as a worker there, I was like, all right, you know what? Regardless of all of that, at what you was talking about, I'm gonna make sure that I keep the core here. Like the core people that I worked with, the core people that still came over from the other place, I'm gonna try to keep that together. That's me, and maybe it worked, and maybe like I might be overblowing my efforts and everything, but I remained who I was when I was there, and that was the thing that I loved about it. But my whole point was like when I was there, and we used to go to after parties. I used to go to after parties and then see my mother and father at these motherfucking after parties. I'm like,
yeah.
Mom? My mother's like, hey, hold my drink. And then she goes dance and she goes, oh, let me go get a drink. I'm like, Mom, I'm holding your drink right here. She was like, no, you can finish that. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm at a motherfucking
why is your
party.
mom at like a after party at like 2 a.m? And like that's.
It wasn't even 2. It was motherfucking 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. That's the worst part. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm out partying with my mother and my father.
Yeah, and I mean, I tried to fuck with him. I sold out the Black Rep for a hip hop show.
Oh, yep.
And shout out to that show. I got that shit on VHS.
Oh, where?
That's how long ago it was.
Yo,
you know,
gotta see that shit.
I gotta transfer it over to a flash drive. I'm gonna do that shit at some point. But yeah. But even that, like, I had to like negotiate the dress code. You know what I mean? Like, yo, my people's coming. Like, this is our show. People should be able to come however the fuck they want. Like, we're not gonna have this like no sneaker shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's a hip hop show. So I mean, to the point where like I don't even fuck with the new version of it.
Well, it's not around anymore, but
no, but I mean like
the reincarnation of at that time.
The core moved over.
But Sound Session was the shit though. As big as that shit was, me working as a bar back, making sure as the head bar back, making sure that all the bars had everything that they needed.
Sound Session was the shit.
Oh, it was.
This year's Sound Session was.
Oh no, that's not even Sound Session. That's PVD Fest. That has nothing to do with Sound Session.
Again.
Yeah. But see, like with that, oh man, like it used to be me and about 4 other core people that used to really work. And then we used to get volunteers. Volunteers used to get swept up in everything and being able to go backstage and hang out. They wouldn't do any work. Like, yo, this motherfucking bar needs some ice. All right, I got it. Half hour later, the boss still doesn't have it. So I got to run and get that bar ice. I got to go run and take care of this one. It was hectic, but it was fun. True indeed, I was smoking weed all through the shit. So it's like...
Yeah.
Because it's like, I would smoke just to be like, all right, this what needs to happen. This was what's gonna happen. This is what I need to do. I'm smelling heavier weed, so I didn't give myself a chance to even pause for somebody to be like, "Oh, he smells like weed," because I just breeze by somebody and be like, "You smell it?" And it's like I'm not even there anymore. Like that was part of me keeping that spirit in the place.
Yo, for y'all millennial motherfuckers, that's like pre-vape.
Oh yeah,
Like when you
back when it was illegal. you
Right,
do some real time,
back when weed was like
like a class one type
class
shit.
one type. Like
You're going to prison for at least 3 years.
like, and everybody knew like mad people that smoked, but then if you seen them in public, they wasn't trying to.
Body spray,
They was
Axe
the
body spray.
yeah.
Everybody
Everybody
mad gum.
everybody had the gum.
Mr. Patchouli man coming down the street. Like, come on, Patchouli. We know what you're about.
The mad
White dude with
sprays.
dreads. Come on.
Everybody's
You don't
air
smoke?
fresheners was on point. They didn't want their car to smell like weed. None
Oh
of that
yeah,
shit,
burning
man.
sage. It's like, what the fuck is this, Erica Badu? Like,
Motherfuckers come out smelling like weed and incense.
Yeah.
And shit. And the oils. The oil game was heavy.
Oh yes,
Yo, bro, why you,
Egyptian musk. Just dabbing behind your ear and shit.
dude, why you smell like safari and cigarettes and
Nah, it's my back to Africa shit, B.
motherfuckers would smoke weed, then smoke cigarettes.
Oh yeah,
Try to cover up the weed smell. You're like,
that was me. Yeah, back when I used to smoke
dude, you
cigarettes.
smell like an ashtray full of blunts now. Like,
Back when I used to smoke cigarettes, that was my shit. Like, I would buy hundreds because hundreds and the regulars, they were the same price. I never understood that. So either way, I'll buy the hundreds and then I'll take out, like, I'll roll out a little bit of tobacco. I'll pack it with some weed. So now I could smoke my little bit of weed. And then once the weed is gone, then now it's the cigarette. I used to
do that with Black and Miles.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
See, I like Black and Miles. I just didn't.
So we was dumping all the shit out and then mixing it.
Oh, mixing it together
Yeah.
and then repacking it?
And
That was just way
repacking
too
it.
much work. Like me, I just did that. So like after when I left work, and this was when my corporate job. I'm not gonna say where I was working at that time, but I would leave there, and I used to have like at least a 7-minute walk between the job and to my bus stop. So and there was nobody there because it's industrial park. So as soon as I leave, I know I got about 50 feet. Well, not 50 feet, like 500 feet before I'm like away from the building. Nobody's gonna smell shit. So now I'm smoking my weed. By the time I get to like the main road where the cars come by, just in case somebody rolls up on me like, "Oh, you need a ride home?" Now it's my cigarette. Now it didn't smell nothing but cigarette. So I get on the bus, smell like cigarette. That's cool. I can live with that.
Because back then, motherfuckers cared about other motherfuckers knowing they smell like
Like
weed.
weed, yeah.
It was like taboo to like be a weed smoker and shit.
I've been smoking since I've been 13 years old. I never advertised it to anybody that I was smoking. People did not know I was smoking during then. It's like, yo, whatever. You was just that guy. Like that's the way you always was. So whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, I was more of a drinker back in the early days.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't until college that I discovered the beauties of marijuana. But
The sweet
Yes.
Sensimania.
yeah, but anyway, yeah, it was like real taboo.
Yeah.
Now it's like,
Whatever.
damn, you don't smoke, dog? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, yeah, hit this vape, eat this cookie,
Yeah.
do this thing, like experience this shit.
I
Meanwhile,
got lotions that you can rub on your
right?
skin.
CBD, like, oh, fucking icy hot, man. You don't want to smell like a geriatric. Just put the CBD on. You'd be good.
That icy hot commercial. You smell like my husband. Don't smell like her husband. Whatever his name is, Melvin. Whatever the.
But now, then it's like the dudes like us that have been smoking forever. We have to hide it.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, y'all don't even know,
Back when chocolate Thai was the big thing.
right?
Now chocolate Thai. You still smoking that old school shit? That brick weed? That weed that you had to break off a
Look
brick?
like we look like
struggle
what's that
weed.
shit? What am I trying to
There was
think
no
of?
fluffy. There was
Shit-
no fluff.
Shit looked like shredded mini wheat.
Oh yes, yeah, brown shredded wheat, big sticks and seeds coming out of it.
You have to spin like a blunt rolling process. It was a process. Now you just take the weed, put it in the grinder, turn it like 4 times, dump it out, roll your blunt, or use your cigarette thing where
Yeah,
you sit,
yeah.
or pack it in a pipe where you sit back,
Or just vape.
or just vape. You don't even gotta have the weed. Now, it used to be like you have to have that shit. You get your record. Because you couldn't do it on a CD case.
Nope.
You needed a record, something big enough,
Nah, I don't like that record. Give me the Parliament joint.
or a book. And you had piles. So you take your weed out and you crunch that shit up, break it up like fucking mini wheat, and then you take the seeds. You had like
Driest weed ever.
you had like a little credit card or something, and you just take all your seeds and you put that in one pile because you could grow those, put those in the plant for later.
Yeah, no, don't smoke the seeds, yo.
Then
Don't
you
smoke
was
the seeds, yo.
taking the buds off all the little sticks. You had like a little pile of sticks and shit. Nobody ever did anything with the sticks.
No.
And then you have like your
I used to
weed.
chew on them.
Oh, yeah. But then, like, after you did all of that, then you had to roll. It was like a real deal process.
And gotta be careful because the weed is already dry, and you want to make sure that you can't have no sticks because you'll punch a hole in your blunt. And then see, there were blunts, there were the Philly blunts, and then there were the Garcia Vegas
And the swishers.
and the Swishers. Yep, the Philly blunts, they were easier to roll, but the shits will burn real quick.
Yep.
Like those were the joints that if you put down and walk away, it would keep burning.
You would keep burning. Like, your blunt didn't go out back in the day. Your blunt, you'd be like, yo,
Just kept-
dog, you holding the blunt too long. Look at this shit just burning.
Yo,
Now you hold the blunt too long, it just goes out. You're like, fuck. Yo, where's the lighter at? I
went
gotta
to the
light
ba-
this shit.
right? I came home from work, lit my blunt, put it down to go take a piss because I wasn't taking it into the bathroom. I mean, for whatever dumb reason. Come back, my shit is all the way burnt out. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is all my weed. No more.
Vegas would burn slow,
Yep. But they keep going out.
but they keep going out. So you gotta keep lighting that shit. I'm okay with it going out though.
No, but then
But
see,
Vegas
like,
will go out fast. You
Yeah.
pass it, and you be like, there's nothing in this.
And if you had matches, you go through a whole book of matches on Garcia Vega.
Oh, you was a purist. You was a purist. I don't want no butane on my blunt. I'm gonna like this shit with a match.
I take bamboos, not easy whiters. Oh shit! Shout out to Bamboo.
Right? Shout out to Easy Waters.
Oh,
Can't even
man.
get them shits anymore. Everybody's rolling raw.
Nah, see, in Rhode Island, they double tax them.
Oh, fuck
That's
that.
why they're dumb expensive. They're like $7 for a pack of rolling papers here.
Amazon, dog.
In New York, right? Around the corner from my sister. For a extra wide pack, 75 cents.
Damn.
Every time I go to New York,
You just stock up.
I stock up. Like, yo, bring me some back. I'm like, right now, I don't even smoke with papers no more.
Yeah, you could corner the market.
I could, but then I don't want the ATF kicking in my door, telling me about how I owe them taxes.
You get hauled out for selling Easy Waters.
Yeah. Make me like a big time criminal. Like,
You ain't even got no bud on you. You just
Nah.
got Easy Waters.
yep, just the
Fucking
rolling
jail
papers.
shit
Not even the weed. You can't even go to prison hard like that. Like, yo, were you in here for a dog? Selling rolling papers? Papers? Well, like, with weed in it?
Nah, just
No. Just the papers. The fuck? Like, you
Yeah.
get caught up in that shit.
They gonna call you Paper Boy.
Yeah, Paperboy, yep.
So one dude's gonna know the song. He's gonna be singing that shit every time.
Oh, boy. Be
And then-
like that guy from that show Atlanta, huh?
They gonna call you
Paperboy.
Paper Boy, Paper Soldier, like all
Oh, boy, paper soldiers.
the. And then
Oh,
all
you
the-
roll up them paper planes? Oh, shit. Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, and you move right to the top of the rape list.
Yep. Brown bag Betty. Paperboy. I don't know. It's prison. They give any kind of nicknames in prison.
Yeah.
I'm
Luckily
not gonna
for
find
me, I've never been.
Oh, knock on wood. Hell no.
Right.
Been in
Not really
Holden,
trying to
fuck
go.
that. They can't
feel
hold
like
me.
I feel like I'm too pretty for prison.
Yeah, I've been in Holden, but other than that, they can't hold me for too long. They had to let me go.
Man, listen. I don't want no parts of the inside or nothing.
You know what? Back in the day, when I was younger, and I used to stay up late and just watch random TV shows, like used to watch shows like Valley of the Dolls. I don't know where the fuck I used to watch
Valley
it.
of the what?
Dolls. Some dumb. Yo, it's the. and I can't find it online anywhere. It was like a
I think that was some high shit, and it
No,
was
no, no,
about
no, no.
something else.
No,
he was
it-
really
it-
watching like Criminal Minds or some shit.
no. It was like a
He was watching.
It's like a soap opera, but it was like an adult-natured soap opera, and it was some weird shit. I remember one episode they had like this little gremlin type shit, and yeah, you could look it up.
I'm trying to Google this shit right now. 'Cause
I swear, and I don't know why, but either way, I don't want to go down that road with that dumbass show. But I used to watch like movies on like Cinemax. Now I
whoa,
used there was,
Skinamax.
this is when it was Skinemax. All right, so there was a movie called Lethal
Soft-
Weapons.
Softcore porn.
Oh yeah, Lethal Weapons was the one I remember. The girl with big tits, and she was like a secret agent. So like she would seduce guys, and so she would use sex to seduce them, and then she would interrogate them. And then once she got everything she needed from them, she would smother them with her tits and then kill them. Yeah, Lethal Weapons. But then there was like a movie that came on after it, Penitentiary. That shit scared me straight. Penitentiary. I think that might be it. I'm not quite sure. I gotta look into that if that's the Valley of the Dolls. I don't know.
This is some straight like 70s looking shit. Chicks got big ass hairdos and shit.
Oh yeah.
Patty Duke.
Oh, she was in it. Nah, then it was. I don't know what the fuck. But either way, Valley of the Dolls was just one of them shows I remember. But yeah, Skinamax, and talking about prison, getting around to but Penitentiary with Too Sweet. Oh man, that shit scared me straight. I never want to go to prison after that.
I got a lot of predicate felons in my family, so I mean,
Oh well.
I was just like, I'm not trying to be like you.
You don't want to be that. You don't want to be
I
that
don't want
uncle.
to be that guy. You know, like where you been? Oh, all right, you been in jail. Like you went to jail when I was 10. Now I'm 40, and you now getting out. Like,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah,
Like,
you got to teach him about the
I done
internet.
seen a lot of like motherfuckers that just got institutionalized and shit.
Niggas ain't got dial up no more. You got that AOL CD that I can borrow so I can get online. Motherfucker, you need an AOL CD to get online? Like, no, you don't.
Yeah. Motherfuckers is like stuck in the time capsule and shit. You know, still making Maxwell House coffee.
Sanka.
Sanka.
Oh shit, who drinks Sanka?
Yo, Dunkin' Donuts sells breakfast sandwiches?
Oh, where is this one? They got more than donuts?
I can always tell motherfuckers been in prison for a long time. They come out and all they got is like Carl Kanai and lugs.
Oh shit. Carl Kanai and lugs.
Of course, they give you the I just got out of prison Russell Athletic gray sweatsuit and shit.
Not even champion?
Nah, Champion's too expensive now.
No, yeah, well, no,
You
yeah.
got the white lugs on
Oh yeah, from back in the day?
back in the day
When they were in style?
with the heavy duty.
Master Flex to Kid Capri was pushing lugs.
You got the vintage starter jacket, the 8-ball, the triple goose. Your closet looks like a time capsule and shit.
No, but starter jackets, starter hats, snapbacks.
Yo, I'm not lying. I'm not gonna lie though. I need a vintage Lions starter jacket pullover joint, like we had in the eighth grade.
Oh boy, that's one thing. My folks never believed in getting me shit like that.
I never had one, but like a
Neither
lot of
did
people I knew had one, and I was like, damn, I need one of these
You want a
shits.
pair of Heelings too?
Nah, those are like the worst shoes ever.
The moon boots?
No,
Nah, they
Patrick
came
Ewing.
back for a bit. I swear.
Patrick, they came back.
Yeah.
But Patrick Ewing had the worst shoes, like the word, like them shits, like you buy them and it was crispy. You know what I'm saying? They had the colors, the colorways was dope.
Yeah.
The shoe design. I like the shoe design,
Shit was motherfucking heavy.
but they were heavy and you couldn't play no ball in them. Like they would just come apart. They would just come apart. Like you'd be like, "Yo, what happened to your Ewings?" Yo, I played like 5 games of ball with them.
That's your fault.
Yeah, like that
Play
was
ball in 'em.
Patrick Ewing had like the first fashion basketball shoe, dog. Like,
Yeah.
like they was not built for the court.
Nope.
Like I don't even think he played in them.
Nah, wait. Whatchamacallit? Karl Malone had some too. He had the LA Gears that used to flash. And then they had to ban him in the NBA because it was distracting the other players. Because when he used to run, it used to flash. It was like, you don't remember them shits?
Nah, I'm gonna give
The
you the LA
Gears
Gear reference.
with the lights? Ah, man, come
Yeah.
on.
Like I wasn't even trying to wear LA gear. Like I'd rather wear like McGregor's before I was going.
McGregor's.
Before I put on some LA gear, like certain shit to me, like LA Gears was like cheerleading shoes.
Yeah.
Like I was not rocking no LA Gears. Like my sister had a pair with the different color shoelaces and shit. I was like, I'm good.
How about British Knights?
Nah, British Knights was another one of them shoes, man.
Nah, come
I didn't
on,
fuck with
B.
British Knights.
British Knights was the shit.
Nah, any shoe that lit up, I wasn't fucking with it.
Nah, I didn't have the light up joints. I forgot. I had a black and white ones. I remember them.
I didn't have the Lottos though.
BKs.
I had the
Burger
Lottos
Kings.
with the interchangeable logo colors.
Yeah, remember though? Nike had some of them with the sock. You
Oh,
used
with
to-
the sock, yep.
Yep, and then you used to have a different color sock and then just put it in the shoe.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Damn, sneakers back in the day.
Sneakers, yo.
Wow, we really went down a real weird rabbit hole
Right?
from.
Yo, but sneakers, like everybody wanted, like, yo, BKs. If you didn't have a pair, like, but I never wanted a pair, but like
Get some Bally's.
before Jordan, nah, man, I would just be like, yo, ma, I'll take those McGregor joints. Like, I was never really about, like, I had a Reebok contract when I was growing up because Reeboks was always like not the super expensive shoe.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
they was mad comfortable, man. Like I love my Reebok. I still rock Reeboks. I'm trying to get the new classic joints. What are those shits? It's like a mashup between like all the classic joints. I hate that it's endorsed by like one of them dudes, Lil Yachty or Lil Baby or Lil somebody.
Little Pump or
Yeah, but it's
one
like
of them little boys.
but it's like a mashup
You
of
fucking with them
all.
little boys.
Yeah, it's like a mashup of all the classics. It's a pretty dope shoe.
All right, I think I saw something like that. No. It was Asics. My fucking Ghostface was talking about some Asics.
You know, I'm mad
shits.
about all the shit that used to be like Skippies or like just whack. Like, oh, this dude got champion or he ain't.
He got Spaldings. Motherfucking got Rawlings. What are you about to play baseball? Yeah, I got practice after school. What the fuck? Leave me alone. Get out of here with your Mizunos.
Yeah, but Champion made the transition. Motherfuckers used to crazy snap on motherfuckers that had Champion gear on.
Oh, yeah.
What is that, Champion? That's just not Nike. It wasn't Nike. It wasn't Reebok. It wasn't Adidas. Like, even Puma wasn't even like that.
Fila though,
Fila.
with Grant Hills. Yep, they came up on the scene.
But like Champion was like, you know, you could get a Champion sweatsuit for $20 for the top and the bottom. Now, you can't get a Champion
no,
like sweatshirt for less than $30.
no,
It's not as thick.
no, it's not as thick. No.
It's not a stick unless you go to BJ's. BJ's Warehouse, yo, Champion, bad cheap.
BJ's.
BJ's the wholesale spot. Champion, mad cheap.
I was thinking about Bob's for some reason.
Nah.
No, don't
I mean, they sell it, but they sell it at like hood prices.
you like I got you prices.
Yeah, you can get laced on some Champion real cheap at BJ's.
You ain't got no friend prices.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
you be trying to talk them down.
Trying to.
Come on, man. Yo, my homie's the manager over here, man. You can hook it up.
Well, so let's see what else you got going on this week.
Yo, not really too much, man. Like, what's this? The second week of January, man. I'm
wait.
still.
You did bring up football this weekend, all right? And the other game in the AFC is the Chiefs and the Colts.
In the Colts, yeah, I'm taking the Colts with that one.
Right now, with that whole thing with the Chiefs and the Colts, right? Not the game, but the thing with the Chiefs. Now, everybody's been talking about R. Kelly this week and everything about surviving R. Kelly and everything that came from that. I'm not gonna go over any of that with R. Kelly, even though he's very wrong for what he does. People need to recognize one thing, and this is my only thing I'm gonna probably say about R. Kelly, is that he's responsible for what he does. Everybody knows someone in the hood, someone in their vicinity that takes advantage of underage people, or they go for the barely legal, right? People. Everybody knows too, girls, not maybe, I'm hoping not 15, but 16, 17, 18 maybe, would sneak in the clubs, get fake IDs and get in the clubs, and then they get over their heads, and then they're in relationship with guys that are taking advantage of them. You gotta recognize that girls that do that have to have a personal responsibility. So that being said, that's the only thing that I'm going to say about the whole R. Kelly thing. All right. Responsibility on every side of the fence. Now, with the Chiefs, Kareem Hunt got caught a raw deal. Because when you really look at what his situation was, is he got caught on tape, roughing up a girl, kicking her, and treating her bad in a hotel hallway. Now, he was wrong for what he did. 100%. The way he reacted, the way he responded, he should have had people on his team, all of that. He was responsible, not excusing it. The whole incident actually started, though, when he found that girl in his room drinking, and then he found out that she was underage. He was like, wait, who are you? What are you doing in my room? Like, when he found out everything about her and that she was underage, he kicked her out of the room. So when he kicked her out the room, that's when she started making noise in the hallway, and then that's when everything started to collapse and crumble, for him at least. And she skated. Nobody held her accountable for being underage, drinking, and how did she get in his room? Like, he caught a raw deal in that aspect of things, even though his behavior and what he did he should be held accountable for that. But nobody's holding her accountable for being underage drinking in a grown-ass man's room. Like, you had no business there. It's not about people taking responsibility anymore. It's about, well, look at what he did and look at what happened to me. That is totally wrong. And all that aside, I'm going to still pull for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, I got Indianapolis coming in there to beat them. You make a lot of valid points, but also his boys, he need to like revamp his whole circle of friends because he should have been able to be like, yo, this chick gotta go.
Yeah, you handle it.
And I'm out. Like, that's on him. Like, he should, like, I show up to some shit and there's some young chicks there and I got money. I'm the only one in the room maybe with some money. You know what I'm saying? I'm the star of the group. I'm the guy who's gonna take that. Yeah, you taking that fall. You gotta handle that. Like, yo, tell these little young bitches they gotta get the fuck out. I'll be back.
Yep.
Like, I can't get caught up in this.
Yep.
And a lot of that is like, yo, if your team is smart, then you don't get in those types of situations.
Yep.
But when you find yourself in that situation, you have to be the guy who removes yourself from that situation. Because it's like I say, you can't stop stupid from trying to find you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
saying?
saying? You can't stop the chicks from like trying to like be in that element. You know what I mean? They should know better. That's bad parenting. Like, who lets their 17-year-old daughter go wherever the fuck she went? You know what I mean?
Kids lie. I'm going by my friend's house.
Kids lie.
I'm going to be by Amy's house for the weekend. And,
his team should have been like, how old are you? Oh, you're 21? Let me see your ID. Because your team got to look out for you too. You know what I'm saying? If you don't got people in your circle that's looking out for your well-being, then those are not your friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but still, you know, she got to the party because she was like, yo, I'm going to go fuck Kareem Hunt.
Yeah,
like,
payday.
You know what I'm saying? About to have his babies. We about to be in love. Whatever the delusional.
About to hit the lottery off this nigga.
Yeah, young girl shit. Or maybe she's like smart and she knew it was the come up. But as soon as somebody found out that she was underage, she should have got the fuck out. Yep. And he should have like removed himself. Like,
go to the back room while they
it's like I say
to the front.
Like, I can't stop dudes from hollering at my girl. But it's up to her to know, like, yo, I shouldn't be in this situation. I got to remove myself. Same with me. I can't stop. Like, if I walk into that situation and I'm the only dude and it's like, you know, my boys and they're mad single bitches or whatever it is, I need to make sure that I stay on my shit because I got a girl at home. You know what I'm saying? And if it turns into some, like, sexcapade shit, I got to go.
Yeah.
Because the last thing that needs to happen for me is that one of those chicks that was there is like, oh, they raped me.
Yep.
And then I get pulled in on some shit. And I didn't do anything. I was just chilling. Because I'm like, nah, I got a girl, so I'm not, y'all go over here and fuck. But I'm going to be like, I got to go. Because that's, not only do I not want to have the legal conversation, I don't want to have the conversation with my lady about why was you in this hotel room with motherfuckers and everybody was fucking and you wasn't fucking?
Yeah, like, why
Fuck
didn't you
out of
leave?
here. Why didn't you leave?
Oh, why didn't you stop him?
Right. Well, no, I'm not stopping. Like, y'all niggas do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I got to go.
Well, see, this is me. I left. I didn't know what they did. Because
Right.
they didn't do anything when I was there. When
Plausible
I left, I don't know.
deniability. I walked in, situation wasn't right for me.
Mm-hmm.
I moonwalked the fuck out of that shit and kept it moving. Check the video cameras. You see me walk in at 9:04. You
And
see
you
me
see me
moonwalking out at 9:05.
But with my hands up. Like, nope.
And I'm out.
Nope.
So he got to be smarter. His team got to be
Yeah.
smarter.
But see, he being young, and even though the NFL does have that seminar, I don't know if Herm Edwards still does it with, and you're going by the Mr. T kit. Like, I don't know. But I know that they do have those seminars, but it's one thing to be in the seminar and somebody talking to you about it and saying, well, this is what you should do, and this is what you should do, and this is what you should do. Until you're actually in that position, are you going to recall all of that information and do all the right things as a 22-year-old? Like, that is a kind of a catch-22 for him, which is kind of a catchphrase in itself because he's 22, but all that aside. He's just in a weird position. But like you said, he should have had somebody take her to the front as he faded to the back and separate himself and create space.
Yeah,
with
like
that
he's not even supposed to
situation.
be in that.
But see, now that what is his road to redemption? Like, he could say till he's blue in the face that she was underage drinking in my room and I kicked her out and she started making noise and my team wasn't fit to handle that, so I took personal responsibility and went to handle it. What I did was wrong. I recognize what I did was wrong. I know in the future how to handle something like this. People aren't hearing any of that. They're like, you're a dirtbag. You're going to be a dirtbag for life. You did this, and this is always going to be following you. So anytime we introduce you, Kareem Hunt, we're going to say, woman beater Kareem Hunt. Just like how they do with Mike Tyson. Rapist Mike Tyson.
Michael Vick, too. Still getting dug.
They always have that label to put in front of you. Like, what is the road to redemption to get that label removed from your name? Because now Bill Cosby is always going to be rapist Bill Cosby. R. Kelly's forever piss man R. Kelly.
I mean, if it's true, then it's true.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? It is what it is. You did what you did.
Yeah, see, with Bill Cosby, he was with older women, and that's a whole nother story.
Man.
And they knew he was married. So what kind of responsibility do they have? But
I mean,
that
you can't be
itself,
sneak attacking the pussy, dog.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. Yeah, you can't be lacing the pudding, pops.
Yeah.
With Spanish fly.
Yeah,
That's
like-
not the thing.
You're like, yeah, how's that drink? We fucking tonight. You're like, I'm not fucking you, Bill. Yeah, all right, bitch.
Oh yeah, we'll see. How's that drink?
How's that pudding pop taste now?
Oh yeah, the room is spinning for me too. Yeah, but so like either way, I'm not gonna try to say what he did was any less than what it was. It was bad.
No, there's responsibility on all sides, but
Yeah.
when you're the, for lack of a better term, when you're the alpha in the group, you gotta
Stand up for
You gotta
yourself.
stand up and make sure that shit goes the way you need it to go, because your boys weren't in those NFL meetings.
Yep.
Your boys didn't sign that NFL contract that says you can't get in no kind of fucking trouble. So it's up to you to be like,
Personal responsibility.
figure this shit out. 22 or not,
Jump out the window. Like,
you know what I mean? You gotta be able to remove yourself from that situation. It's a level of maturity when you go from zero money to millions of dollars.
Well, see, then the other thing is that what happened with that investigation? We don't really know the findings of any of that.
No, we
It's
don't.
been swept under the rug. We just deemed him as a woman beater and just kept it moving.
Just kept it moving. Like,
It's simple that way for a lot of people. They don't want to peel any deeper. They dip their toe in the pool and say, you know what? I'm Michael Phelps. I know everything about swimming. Like, no, you don't. Like, you just dipped your toe in the pool. You don't know shit. But they will run as that dip in the pool is enough that they need to know. And ignorance is bliss, and people are blistered with that shit. They love
I
it.
mean, we live in a world of distraction.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything's a distraction for the next thing. You know, oh, Kareem Hunt beat up a girl. All right, he's out the league. on to the playoffs.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like it's like the Patriot. I don't want to call it the Patriots mentality, but it kind of is. Like,
On to the next game.
Y'all got smashed last week. What are you doing this week? No, it's just on to the next shit.
On to the next game.
You know, politics the same way.
Yep.
Like we're talking about the wall, but there's still other shit. And then in a couple weeks,
It's gonna be something else.
when the government opens back up again, the wall conversation is gonna disappear.
Oh yeah. See, remember how they had the whole talk about the caravan, right?
Oh.
The caravan was a part of the reason for the wall. Where's the caravan? But yet the wall is needed. Like,
Where is the caravan?
I don't know.
We don't even talk about the caravan.
We don't talk about that anymore. But you see, the whole part of it is he's been talking shit about Puerto Rico for a while, right? And how they mismanaged their fund prior to Hurricane Maria. He's talked shit about California, right? As if mismanaging money resulted in the fires itself. So he's looking to pull money and stop money for California. Now, him saying that he could deem this as a national emergency, he's going to take money from Puerto Rico. He's going to take money from that fund for the fires and put it towards a wall. As if the wall is the ultimate protection. As if we only have one border, right? We're a land of borders, or like we could only be a country with borders. So what about motherfucking Canada? Like, I'm talking about drugs coming in from Mexico. Opioids is the problem right now. Like, to the fact that they're letting people smoke weed to come off of opioids. So,
And prescriptions.
now, and prescription drugs, right? So, opioids are made here. They're the problem here in the United States. A lot of that shit is cheaper in Canada, so people go to Canada to get their drugs and come back here. The problem's not really Mexico. Because if you build a border and want to build a border, you got to build two borders. Let's be real. Don't discriminate because he's coming off as a racist because he's only worried about the Mexicans. He's not worried about the Canadians because I guess they're the friendliest people in the world.
About Canadians, man? Like people don't even lock their doors in Canada.
But see, a lot of drugs come from Canada.
Wild drugs come through Canada.
Oh my goodness.
Trust me.
And see, people don't really do the science of it all. Vermont is really a nice vein for bringing drugs into the United States from Canada because of
every single border city across the northern United States is a drug highway.
Seriously. Period.
Vancouver.
Oh my goodness.
Detroit. Buffalo. Vermont. Like all like wherever else you could get into Canada.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because all the heat is down in Mexico, so it's like, you know, fuck that shit. I'm gonna go
super
for it.
highway.
Yep.
And so many people cross the borders. Like in a city like Detroit, like something like 600, 700,000 people a day cross that border in and out.
And
Like-
and there's no talk about anything with Canada. Not at all. Not about building or even enforcing or getting tougher on them. Like, even though he's talked shit about the guy Trudeau because
but
he
you
knows that
can't-
other people like him and people around the world like him.
Yeah,
He just talks
and
shit
he's
about him.
trying
Like,
to
what about
be.
me?
And I don't want to go deep into this political rabbit hole
I really
because
don't.
we're not a political show. But
No.
I think he's playing favorites. You want to play nice with some folks and not nice with other folks. And you like as a president of a country, you got to be a little more diplomatic than what he's trying to be. Yeah, enough of Trump.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, outside of that, yeah, we got a little heavy towards the end of the show. Outside of the Portuguese breakfast and all that shit.
we started with the Portuguese breakfast, and now we're just
Yeah,
letting the food settle.
yeah. Well, we're at the point where we're shitting it all out with Trump. Trump is the dump guy. Yeah.
I like that tie-in. It's
Yeah,
an interesting
You see
tie-in.
how, so what I like to call the circle of life. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, I'm out of iced tea, so that sounds like a good point to end
Yep.
the show. You know, get with us next week. More exciting commentary and conversation.
Yeah, we got some lineups.
We got some guests
potential
lined
interviews.
up over the next couple of weeks. Make sure you tune in for those. I'm not really sure who's going to be yet because we're still trying to figure it out, the order of when
But
in
who
which
do-
folks
who do-
will apply. I
Who do we
mean,
have in
on
the card
show.
deck? Who we got in
And
the
we're
card deck?
shuffling around right now. Published writer.
Yes.
Not really a political activist, but, just overall good dude. We're not going to talk politics with him because we're not a political show. And that's not what he's on right now. But prolific writer, John Church,
Yes.
coming on the show.
Talk race relations with him.
We're going to talk white privilege. And he's got some articles. We'll share them on the page. Read the articles. Tune in. Yeah.
I got my man on retainer right now. I'm gonna holler at him and let him know what our schedule looks like. Comedian Mo Green.
Mo Green.
Yep, out of Connecticut.
Out of Connecticut. Cool. We're going to post some footage of him, too.
Yep. He got merch. He got shows. He got comedy bits. He got a little insight on things. So when we talk to him, we'll see what he feels about some topics that we got going on nowadays, and see the little spin that he puts on it.
Word. We digging in the crates. We got some fighters coming on the show. Championship boxers.
Word.
Martial artists. Championship grappler, martial artists, MMA type cats. Singers, songwriters, as always.
Wait. The MMA person is the songwriter?
No.
No. Okay. See, I didn't see the comma. Oh, my bad.
We got a slew of guests, man. It's 2019. We're 16 episodes in. We really just still getting started.
Wait, 16 or 15?
16. This is episode 16.
Oh, this is 16? Oh, shit, damn.
Episode 6, motherfucking team.
Oh, yep.
In my Sam Jackson voice.
Oh.
6 motherfucking team.
That doesn't sound like Sam at all.
Nah.
Samuel L.
I haven't mastered my Sam Jackson yet. But when I do.
Yeah, don't give him a sneak preview.
Yeah, nah. It's bad right now. I'm gonna wait till it's actually like perfect before
Before
I
you
unleash it on the world.
Okay.
In the meantime, you can just continue to listen every week to the deliciousness of my voice.
Oh boy, here we go. Doubling back to the
The
delicious.
smooth, velvety, chocolate
boy.
sounds
Think
of
we wanna
DJ
take up those
Caveman.
motherfucking headphones. Yeah.
Don't fall victim to the hate that's happening right now. Let the smooth chocolatiness and the velveteen sexuality happening right now.
Oh yeah. Oh, Billy. Cable guy.
Me and my lady setting up sling parties. We active slingers right now. Sling with an L. You dirty motherfuckers.
What?
Sling, not swing. Sling.
Oh, you don't call it like slinging your dingling? No? You don't
Now with
call it
couples.
sling?
We don't sling ding-a-ling with couples. no.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
We're talking about Sling, the a la carte TV. Although it's been causing some confusion.
Sling a la carte?
It's been causing some confusion on the internet. Me and my lady are not out there trying to
Yeah.
fuck our couple friends. Just come by and watch some TV with us on the Sling.
Why don't you just say come by and watch TV? Trying to get that.
Because the commercials are fucking hilarious.
Oh, the commercials. Oh, as if I saw that commercial. Nah, I did.
So if you ain't got Sling or you ain't got cable, you want to come by and Sling with us,
Stop binge watching on like episodes of Blackish or something.
Yeah, whatever. We got all the channels, man.
Oh, where?
It's a Sling universe.
Oh.
And we have on-demand Sling. You can have what you want when you want it.
Oh boy! Don't look me in my eye and say shit like that, please. Please don't look me straight in my eye.
Between the eye contact and the smooth chocolate velvetyness of my delicious voice.
And then after we already cleared up that sling means watching TV and not means sling dingling. Look at me square my eye.
Listen, if you're still going there with it after we explained it to you,
Yeah, that's why my eye is closed. I can't look at you anymore.
that, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call the Prince effect.
Oh boy. The not so silent producer.
Right? The not so silent producer.
Yes. Well, yeah, you could look her straight in the eye. Would you say that? You could do that.
She
Don't
like
look
to
at
act
me.
like she's gonna listen to the show like when I'm not even looking. This is her version of porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the
So
visual of that all was nasty.
on that note,
Yes.
We're gonna
Stay away from the Portuguese breakfast.
Stay away from the Portuguese breakfast unless that's your thing.
And if it is, don't tell me.
If it is, let us know. Because we might
Will
want to
it?
have you on the show to explain why you like eating scrambled eggs out of vagina.
So wait, if somebody told you that they were into Portuguese breakfast, would you have them over your house to sling?
Not at the same time.
Not at the same time.
Slinging on having a Portuguese breakfast. Oh no. Oh shit. That was a good one. Not so silent producer.
Silent producer. Shout out to the silent producer.
On it early, even
On
before
it
I
early.
finished the sentence.
Right.
Nope, not at the same time.
She's quick-witted. She's quick-witted. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's not.
It depends on what side of the fence
So,
you're on. Oh man.
listen to the show again. If you're listening
Yes.
live, after we're done, click it. Start it from the beginning.
Look up stuff like Rusty Trombone,
Don't look
Dirty
that stuff up.
Sanchez.
You don't want to be in that rabbit hole.
Yeah, Portuguese breakfast. I know there's a bunch of other ones, but I just don't want to introduce any more than those. Because Daryl already established that the donkey punch is not a sexual act. It's an act of violence.
It is. That's domestic violence. Don't donkey punch your girl. You can go to jail for that shit. I watch Live PD.
No, that's the ultimate breakup right there. Like, you know what? Poop. I'm done. Game over. Elvis is leaving the building.
I will not stand for this type of abuse.
Hey, that's why we're done. That's the ultimate breakup sex.
Wow. But yeah,
Don't do that, please.
Don't do that
Please,
shit.
Please, do not.
it's the
And
Saturday
then
morning
try to say that
conversation
I prompted you to do it. No.
with your man DJ Caveman in the building,
DJ I Monkey.
guest producer,
Not so silent
our
producer.
not so silent producer in the building as well,
She actually got a P on her hat, too, for the producers. See?
or for Portuguese breakfast.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Oh, shit.